Nimble nuts here doesn't want to go inside. So Dad and I actually agreed on something today. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. So we're starting out in the barn today. When I got in here from our morning check, FK 913, second calver, she's an Allegiance daughter out of our first True Justice daughter. Her bag seemed really tight. Big improvement from the day before. So the pen was open. I just put her in the green pen, this third pen that we like, just in case anything would happen. Then that would just be one less thing that Dad would have to do, try and come and pen her up. But at around 2 o'clock, it actually started looking like there might have actually been something going on. And she just had, like, he's literally he's not 10 minutes old. I just got home. I just had enough time to get changed and get out here. Because it was hard to tell on the cameras if the sack was still there or not. But it wasn't. He's just shiny. But it is a he. And solid black. So, yeah. Really nice little bull calf. I'd say 85 pounds. Out of a second calf calver, if he might be 80 pounds. I doubt he's over 85 though. He is not over 85. That is a factor. And I am still blown away by the lack of chrome on our factor calves. I'm not disappointed. I'm just amazed. I would think she'll get back to work probably when I leave. So we'll do just that. Hoof tips to finish, half hour. So she did a nice job. Yeah, she just has to get back to work. She was licking on it until I put all that bedding in there, and now she's just eating. So I'm sure she'll get back to work though. To be continued. All right, so special stuff for today. I haven't mentioned that. Not too crazy, but we do have to sort out that steer. The last one goes in tomorrow. We are supposed to get some weather. Rain starting in the morning, changing over to snow with possible, they're saying upwards of like 6 inches of snow. Last thing we'll do tonight is hook up that trailer, the cattle trailer. And then that way we're ready to go for tomorrow, and Dad will come probably around quarter after 5:20 in the morning, and we'll load him up. With her, it's a little tricky with the new calf. Ooh, that bull just does not learn. Wire means ouch. There is another heifer in heat today, and a cattle panel and the electric wire separate him and a heifer in heat. So kind of get it, but come on, man, a little smarter. There we go, buddy. All right, so we got the steer sorted out. He's not overly excited about it, but that's too bad. This is our dude that's going tomorrow. He's a little bit smaller than the other ones, but he's still pretty decent. But we gave him some grain. Usually calms him down a little bit. All right, just got to divvy out a little bit of hay, and we should be good. They're both on. Left one, yes. Right one, yes. All right. they actually still work. Did get some nice reading material today. Got the Select Sires catalog today. The area rep dropped that off. Actually beat the Gen X guy. Actually, I don't know if Gen X even brought us a catalog last year. I think part of it's because we don't really have a tech in our area anymore. Unfortunately, we do and we don't. The guys that cover our area are based out of Anago, which is like 45 minutes away. And they are basically in and out of our area by like 1:30. Because Select Sires is where we got High Life and Gold Strike, which Gold Strike we didn't use yet. And we'll see. I got Gold Strike for a pretty decent price, so if he sits in the tank for a couple of years, not a big deal. But I know a couple that caught Dad's eye, and anybody that knows Simmentals probably already knows who he saw and really liked, and I wouldn't mind using him either, would be Moneymaker. I mean, he's like a stat hound as far as, I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 10 EPDs that are ranked in the top 1%. And then 11, 12, 13 total in the top 5%. So that's pretty good. So he is an eagle son out of a Hook's Beacon. So a lot of hooks going on there. Not there's anything wrong with that. He is a baldy bull. And then here's High Life. I wouldn't mind getting a couple more of that guy. But there's some nice bulls. I mean, I've been on their site. I don't know, I'd probably go on it every other day. So yeah, they've got nice bulls. And they've got, and when I say nice bulls, they've got a couple of bulls that I would use. But I'm still liking, like I would still want some more. Well, we'll see how long we use Bold Ruler. This would be like our 3rd year using Bold Ruler. I don't need any because we have 11 straws left of Bold Ruler. So don't really need any more Bold Ruler. Not sure. I mean, we still have 3 shots of mainline. I am getting a little intrigued by Gibbs Essential because I do like the way he matured, his mature look. I just did not like the way he looked as a yearling in that yearling picture that Gen X had, but his mature picture, much improved. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Hey, how's it going? All right, it is Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, that's it. It's Wednesday. We'll go with that. Little different feel out here today. We need to put the pallet forks on because after Dad took the steer in this morning, come on, girls. Come on. Hup. Then he stopped at the mill and picked up our grinding mix. Come on, girls. Psst. He picked up our grinding mix and it's in the back of the cattle trailer. So we got to take that out. So we just threw, when we put the steer in here, we just threw a bunch of hay in here to give him some traction. And then he spends, he probably spent 2 hours in the trailer. I mean, he has plenty of room. He could have laid down in here if he needed to. But we just want to get the bottom clean, at least scraped out. All right, we're gonna throw a little bedding in the barn here because Nimble Nuts here doesn't want to go inside. Neither does Mom, but it's like, come on, dude. Your buddy's in here. she's been hanging out in here almost all day. But nope, not him. I mean, he's a tough little stinker, but I don't want him getting sick either, especially when he has it's a pretty darn decent place to lay. Kind of sort of wasting hay, but you know, if it gives guys like him a nice place to lay around and play in, like, I'm okay wasting a couple over a season. I mean, what do we waste? Maybe 2, maybe 3 bales by taking extra off and throwing in for bedding once in a while. Yeah, so here he is. Really nice. I mean, he's definitely under 90 pounds out of a second caver. So, very nice. Solid black. Hey, how's it going? All right, Thursday afternoon. And looks like amazing heat today. Basically, this whole entire week there has been a heifer in heat every day. So that's cool. And everything is melting like crazy. We ended up getting maybe 5 inches. Somebody spent the entire day in the barn today. He did do some running around. It was funny. I was checking cameras and I turned it on and all of a sudden he goes flying past the screen. 913 is doing really well. We got to tag this one today. This was a total sneak attack. Okay, yeah, it is 75. This guy right here. Solid black again. And just a little shaver. There's definitely some nutsels there. I mean, that's 80 pounds maybe? Not 85, that's for sure. And 75 is actually in the process of cleaning out. So we'll let her be. For whatever reason, the Simmental that handles this pen always has a garbage picture. I don't know what it is. It's worth, like, I will take any of the other 3 cameras, 1, 2, and 3, even the outside one. For whatever reason, this camera 4, and I probably just have to swap it out or something, but I do have an extras moto, but it just doesn't, it's definitely not even close to being the same clarity. I check the cameras about every 30 minutes. I was checking cameras. Nothing going on. I checked once and it was like, there looks like weird shadow or something up against the gate. But really, that was it. Then a half hour later, Dad's like, what the heck's going on in camera 4? Or in the back pen. So I looked again. Here she's licking on a calf. Things completely cleaned off. Everything. I guess with that size, you'd spit it out pretty quick too. All right, cows are fed. They still actually had quite a bit left from yesterday. They probably didn't eat a whole lot with the snow. It really didn't start snowing hard until after we were done feeding. And then it was done about 9 o'clock. Okay, so we did a little switching around here. 913 is in the back pen here. He is tagged and weighed and all that good stuff. He's only 82 pounds, which means that this guy, this 75, is got to be only like 75. I did want to keep one factor bull at least through the fall to see how he does over the summer. What we decided to do is we're just going to keep both of them bulls for now. And one or both of them will be high on the snip list come the fall. All right, everybody in the back pen's got fresh bedding. We always like to make sure the back wall has good bedding along the edge. It's actually a really nice safe spot, keeping the edges bedded in a barn like this. Because moms typically don't lay right up against the edge. But they can, so we've learned over the years, keep the edges bedded. Not along the manger. The idiots will lay there too, so that's why we try and keep the non-manger edges bedded, especially that back wall. That wall in here, we like to keep this here and that over there bedded nice. But here's this guy. He's got to be only 75 pounds. Right, Mama? He's not gray. He's just light. Factor is a non-diluter, so I think that's just part of... Sometimes blacks will have a little bit of a grayish hue to them sometimes, and then they just won't be as dark black when they grow up. Then when they lose kind of their baby peach fuzz, it'll start to come in a little darker. Same with sometimes, like I've seen it more with Angus, and sometimes some blacks will have it too. They'll have like a little bit of a brownish rust color in their hair. Heard or read that some people say that means they know that they're hetero black. Well, obviously they're hetero black because they're a factor son. But hey, happy Friday. All right. We are in the middle of melting season. So fresh rejuvenation of mud is what we're at. The usuals need hay today, and then see if we're gonna bed anybody. So Dad and I actually agreed on something today. The amount of cows we have out by the feeders, one bale is a little bit much, so they're leaving stuff the next day, which isn't a big deal. But what we did is we spread that out. The bale they gave them today, we spread it out, and they'll eat what they eat and lay on the rest. So they were starting to get in need of some bedding. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Bubba. Would have had to fight that. Alright, he already had start strong. Good deal. Alright. Yep. Alright, Dad's running water. And this little guy, 74 pounds, but we took him from pen 3 and moved him in the back pen with 913, just because then we could get 313 out. We didn't pen her up in pen 3. I thought we should have. We didn't. I didn't. I let her out. But if we catch her, then we can put her in pen 3 and she can calve. But then it gets the 2 calves and they've been with their moms long enough. They know who's who in the zoo, and all that stuff. But I do need to get them some bedding. But yeah, both these 2 bull calves, really nice birth weights coming out of factor. That was one thing I kind of thought would be the case, that he would be fairly calving friendly based on his pedigree, and that is definitely coming true. So, and not disappointed. And that one we tagged today, he's a little fireball. After an energetic discussion, we penned 313 back up. So we both have our sarcastic guilting techniques that we use on each other. And Dad kindly asked me to pen her back up. So I did. All right, all I wanted to do was move this stupid camera like 2 feet forward. But this, like every screw I grabbed was stupid. But I got it now. Torx head screws. Squares, they just suck. Always suck. For whatever reason, this particular Moto, the picture's horrible. It's super grainy. I don't know if it's the light. There is a light right here that comes on at night to assist the IR light. So I thought maybe bring a little forward, because where it was, this is kind of directly in its way. And we actually, this, if you can see it, this 2x6 here and the one below it, we actually painted these black, because like just natural wood coloring would put off nasty glares when you would have the IR camera on at nighttime. So you paint them black, it kind of absorbed that light or whatever and wouldn't kick it back. I mean, it was bad. It was enough that it actually affected the picture. It really sucked. So this should be connected. I'm really not going to know until tonight. All right, we'll have to see how that looks tonight. Honestly, it can't be any worse than it already was. So, yeah. All right, so it is Friday, and it is the end of the day. We've had a couple calves this week, couple nice bull calves in that 913 and that 75. It's been a pretty decent week, a little better than the previous couple of weeks. I wouldn't say we're slow. We're just we're steady. We're steadily moving our way along in calving this year, which is kind of nice. But I hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions, you can just leave those in the comments. That'd be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe. That definitely supports the channel, because most of you probably aren't subscribed, and I'd love it if you guys are subscribed, because it's totally free and it definitely helps support the channel. And as always, thanks for coming along.